Yo, what is going up guys? My name is Tezik and I'm here making my first ever Minecraft modded survival series. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit that like button. If this video does good, I'll do another episode. Also, if you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. On my first day, I came across a stronghold. I decided to see if there's anything useful there. I heard a weird noise. It was a weird looking dog thing. It started heading my way. I gave it a little love tap. It started attacking back, so I had to put him down. I came across an NPC, and boy, let me tell you, he was not friendly. I had to get better armor and better equipment. While running, naked, afraid, and scared, I came across a lucky block. I decided to go for it. As I was running towards the lucky block, something started attacking me. It was a little goblin. It almost nearly killed me. I started attacking back, scared for my life, fearing everything in life. I didn't know what was friendly and what was not. I started heading for the lucky block, but then I realized this could have been good or bad. As night started to approach, I started building a shelter, fearing everything around me, not knowing what was safe and what was not. I finally finished building my shelter, put a torch down, and then realized that torches start fires in this mod. I decided to put out the torch, but it was too late. My house was already on fire. The fire went off and everything was alright. I then needed water to lower my temperature, and suddenly two little goblins started attacking me. I was afraid, had no armor, only one sword. I decided to stay in the water and see if I can take them out by pushing them away from me. I finally got out of the water and had the high ground. I had the upper hand. I decided to take them out. It was just me and these two. Now it's me and you, buddy. It caught me off guard and got me on fire. I was only 2 hearts left, scared for my life. I finally got out of the water when I realized 2 mobs were in front of my house. Suddenly my house caught on fire and I started realizing, yo, what the heck's going on? I tried to go and put it out, but then something was happening. There was water falling out of the sky. I didn't know what was going on. Suddenly I started panicking. Some fire mobs started coming at me. I jumped in the water and thought I would be safe, but let me tell you, I was definitely not safe. It started attacking me and bursting me with fire. It killed me. On the second day, I tried to put out the fire from my house, but it was already gone. The fire had overtaken everything. I lost everything. I was homeless once again. There was nothing for me to lose. All my stuff had despawned. I was gonna go for that lucky block. There was nothing for me to lose. I broke the lucky block and all I got was a stick. Nothing to show for, but a stick. It started to get dark. I tried to finish my house as soon as possible. I didn't want to die again, so I tried to cover everything as fast as I could. I started looking for different variations of light sources. I didn't want my house to start burning again, so I decided to look for something that wouldn't burn my house down. There was a lot of things to choose from, but at the end, I think I found the best choice for it. And behold, I present to you the magic desk of knowledge. I then ate some meat that gave me absorption. I thought I was strong and powerful, so I decided to go take out that Steve. And out of nowhere, Death came out, took me in and caught me by surprise. I started freaking the heck out. I finally killed Death. After a while, I decided to attack the stronghold. I was a little anxious, but I knew that I can take them out. I finally got inside and got shot with an arrow. I turned around and it was a Steve. I attacked Steve and put him down. I thought it would be safe, so I decided to lower my guard. Then I got shot by another arrow, and I turned around, and I saw nothing. Then suddenly a Steve started approaching me and shooting me with arrows. I started chasing the Steve, and then 2 Steves started happening. 3 Steves, 4 Steves. I ran away. This was too much for me. As I ran away, I got killed by a demon-looking thing. Day 2, I died again. After finally getting back to where I was at, I finally found the demon that killed me. I decided to attack it and take it out. I went back inside the stronghold, and for some reason, all of the Steves were dead. It was kind of weird. I didn't know where they were at. This time I was not going to lower my guard until I finally cleared the stronghold. I then started charging up the stairs and saw Steve with the book, but he was getting no mercy from me. I turned around and there was another Steve. No mercy for him either. Then I started charging this other Steve with the bow and arrow. I didn't realize my health was low and he took me out. You know what they say, guys, 3rd time's a charm. So I started charging up, looked to the left, found all my stuff. I turned around and I saw Steve. He shot me. I started eating to get absorption. He charged me and shot me, but I ended up winning that fight. I thought I'd be safe for a few more seconds, but oh boy, was I wrong. I turned around the corner and there was 2 or 3 Steves around there. They started chasing me. I started eating so I can get some absorption. Then 3, 4 Steves started popping out of nowhere. They started running away from me. I chased them. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I tried to hide, but they catched up to me. I searched all the chests and see if there was anything useful. I found some potions that could be helpful. After drinking a potion of strength, I was the most powerful thing in this building. Nothing had a chance. I was more than prepared to clear this stronghold. Nothing had a chance. Everything that came across me was about to die. I did not start this war, but I was gonna finish it. Day 3. I finally cleared the building and decided to make this my new home. I then realized that my new home was infested with ants. There was ants everywhere. For some reason, they just kept coming inside. I decided to take them all out. But even after I killed all the ants, they just kept coming, so I decided to find the source of where they were coming from. After a while of looking for the ant's nest, I decided to look under these leaves. I started breaking the leaves and seeing if there was anything under it. I broke a few leaves and then something started spawning. It started chasing me out of nowhere. I decided to attack it. It only did 1 damage. I changed to my sword and realized this was another tree, so I hit it with my axe. I found some turrets in the chest. I started placing them down for protection. You never know, something can always pop out of nowhere. Day 4, I decided to go back to my old house and transfer everything to my new house. Then some robot looking things started coming at me, so I hit it with arrows. Then I started clapping it with my sword. It didn't have a chance. I then used the portal gun to get out. I didn't want to break the slab that was covering this door. I didn't want to die as soon as I got out. Most of day 4, all I did was transfer everything that I had from my old house to my new house. The rest of the day, all I did was mining. Day 5, I spent most of the time in the mines. Something was chasing me. I didn't know what it was, but it looked to be stuck. I decided to go attack it and take it out. It couldn't attack me back. After I killed it, something came out of the sky and started attacking me. I ended up taking that out. Surviving in the mines without any armor is very hard. Day 6, I needed to change a pace, so I decided to go outside. I then saw a bird, and oh my god, there's Death. It's coming for me. I'm sorry I killed you, Death. I'm sorry, Death. I gotta take you out. I gotta take you out. I killed Death again, and it was all over. Every time you go outside, you never know what's gonna happen. It could be the last day you live, but technically not mine, because I'm not living in a hardcore world. Day 7, I kinda got a little bored, so I just started luring things to where I live and let the turrets do all the damage. Yep, this is literally all I did, just lure a bunch of stuff to the turrets. I then started luring some ghosts to my turret and see if my turrets could take them out. I quickly found out that my turrets are pretty weak, they only do 2 damage. I took out the ghosts and started collecting the loot, then some dog licking thing came out of nowhere and started attacking me. I kinda didn't realize it was there. I tried to go for it again and kill it, but this time, it was no different. It still took me out. I was gonna go for it again, but my turrets beat me to the punch. I decided to go mining again and see if I can find some stuff that could be useful. Out of nowhere, a zombie started hitting me, and then more stuff started coming out of nowhere, and then a dog looking thing started attacking me. Oh my god, run away. I couldn't run away. There was so much stuff going on. I ended up killing the dog, but that thing was strong. I decided to run away, and then a skeleton came out of nowhere. I was losing health rapidly. I then ate some food in order to heal up. The skeleton followed me where I was at. I killed it, and then something came out of it. It blinded me with purple fire. I put it all out. I was not about to get bullied out of my area. I then went back to where I was at and tried to kill the weird chupacabra looking thing. I tried to sneak up behind it, but it knew that I was there. It started attacking me, and I realized that this thing did serious damage. It suddenly knocked me down, and I was scared I was gonna die. I was lucky to survive the fall, and the dog started chasing me. I was scared to turn around because it would have killed me. I tried to run away, but it was already too late. It had already killed me. Most of day 7, I tried looking for my stuff, but to no avail. I didn't find anything. I kept getting killed over and over, so I kinda gave up on everything. Or so I thought, until I found a food that gives me leech. I started to go for my stuff, and then I started to charge. This thing was not gonna survive. I was gonna take it down no matter what. It almost nearly killed me, but I ended up being the clear winner. I then started going back to my house, and suddenly a spider started attacking me. It kept shooting spider webs at me. They didn't do a lot of damage, or so I thought. I suddenly started looking at my health, and it started doing rapid damage. This thing was about to kill me. I then buffed up and took the spider out. It was not going to take me out. I was about to go home. Day 8, I decided to venture outside and see what else I can find. I suddenly came across some bush looking things. They looked to be still for a bit, so I decided to hit one, and out of nowhere they started attacking me and I started attacking back. I then started massacring everything in the treehouse. After all, there is no Minecraft police, so nothing can stop me. I finally finished killing everything and decided to open the chest. I found a bunch of diamonds. Just kidding, it was only wood and leaves. I then came across a house and started to approach it. I finally came across a chest that had a bunch of guns. It had guns. Finally, I found a gun in Minecraft. Day 9, I continue exploring and see if I can find anything useful. It is not easy traveling on foot. Everything tries to attack you and kill you. I needed a better method of transportation before I died again. I then came across a village and decided to loot everything that was there. I didn't find anything useful that was worth taking, so I just left everything as it is. It started to get dark outside and I was debating about using my insta shelter when I came across a broken spaceship. I decided to use it as a temporary shelter. I kept hearing a weird noise and decided to check it out. And oh buddy, let me tell you, that was the biggest mistake I have ever made. I barely did any damage to it and it hit me for about half of my health. I started panicking and running away. I didn't know where to go. That thing was really fast. It was behind my back. I debated about using my teleporting home pit, but then I realized I had a portal gun, so I decided to use my portal gun in order to get out. I then teleported once again and started getting damaged by a pool of acid. I thought I would be safe for now. I turned around for a second to see if it was still behind me, and oh my god, there was 2 of them. I started running and panicking. I didn't know where to go. After teleporting about 100,000 times, I decided to use my instant house. I blocked it off with the door. I suddenly noticed that I was dehydrated and needed to drink water. There was a bunch of stuff outside my house, but I decided to risk it. I was suddenly dying to dehydration and realized I had a blue liquid in my inventory. I decided to drink the blue liquid, but it didn't do nothing to my dehydration. I started dying really rapidly to dehydration. After I died, I realized I could have just teleported home, but it was already too late. I tried going back for my stuff, but before I can get there, I suddenly got killed by a robot. Day 10, I was finally fed up of traveling on foot and decided to make a hoverboard. This thing was amazing. It needed no power. I can go wherever I want without touching the ground. It was the best investment I've made. I spotted some lucky blocks, so I decided to go lucky block hunting. I had a hoverboard, so it would be easy to travel from place to place. After a while of searching for lucky blocks, I finally found one and decided to go for it. It was not easy trying to navigate my way down while getting chased by a bird. I then decided to shoot the bird and got knocked out of my hoverboard. I started to panic, almost dying from fall damage. I didn't know where to go and what the heck just happened. Haha, but future me knew why I got kicked out. For some reason, you can't shoot while you're on the hoverboard. And after many minutes of getting hunted by mobs, I finally found my hoverboard. I decided to get the heck out of here and go back home. On my way back home, I came across a village and decided to check it out. Day 11. I finished looting the village and decided to go back home. I started looking for my hoverboard, but it was suddenly missing. I didn't know where it went. After many minutes of searching for my hoverboard, I came across a blockling. I decided to tame it and take it back home. Once I got back home, I then pimped out my blockling with a new set of armor and a new sword. Most of the time, I always spend my time trying to find stuff in my chest. Like seriously, I spent a good 20 minutes trying to find something in my chest. I need a better sorting system. For the rest of day 11, I spent most of the day leveling on my blockling. After a while, I decided to take my blockling to its new room. Out of nowhere, it started getting attacked and it killed my blockling. I was mad, I started shooting it and it killed me too. No! My blockling died. Filled with rage, I decided to go get some revenge. I tried to kill the dog that killed my blockling. I started attacking it until it finally died. I collected all my stuff, and I noticed that there was something in my inventory. It was my blockling! My blockling was alive! I then spawned him in. Here he is, alive and well. I seriously need to give him a name at some point. Comment down below what you think I should name my blockling. Day 12. I made a new hoverboard! As the day started to end, I decided to go adventuring for a little bit and spotted a new stronghold. I then went further ahead and saw a trading post. Day 13, back to Lucky Block hunting. After a while of Lucky Block hunting, I decided to go and raid the new stronghold. This time was a little different. I had a fully automatic gun. I was not finna die. Everything around me was gonna get killed. No survivors. I saw a few stragglers outside of the gate, so I decided to open the gate and take them all out. After killing all the steves without any provocation, I stumbled across a castle. I decided that it would be a good place to make my new home. But first I would have to kill all the steves again. With my new automatic weapon, this would be a piece of cake. As I was killing the steves, I was thinking to myself, how would I decorate this castle? All of a sudden, they started coming in waves. There was more of them than I could shoot. I had to reload. I couldn't reload faster than they could shoot me, so I had to get the heck out of there. It finally got dark, so I decided to do a night attack. I brought my blockling with me for extra backup. I then proceeded to massacre every steve in this castle. One of them tried to run away, but I was not going to let him survive. I chased him down the stairs. He was dumb enough to come to me. I started attacking him, and it was all over. I finally took over the castle and decided to make this my new home. I spent most of the day transferring everything from my old base to my new base. As I was transferring everything from my old base to my new base, I noticed that all of the wood started turning into dirt, and there was a bunch of ant-looking things in the floor. They started to attack me, so I started hitting back. They were only one shot, so it was easy to take them out. I then soon quickly found out that these things multiply pretty quick. The more wood they eat, the faster they multiply. I thought killing them was going to be a piece of cake, but buddy, let me tell you, this was not a piece of cake. They kept attacking me in groups. I tried to clear them out as fast as I could, but it looked like for every one I killed, 4 more appeared. I suddenly noticed that my chicken bars were low. Every time I would try to eat, these ants kept attacking me. I needed to find a safe place to eat my food, but that was easier said than done. These termites were everywhere. I tried using my teleporting gun in order to get out of here, but it ended up backfiring. I somewhat cleared the infestation. At the end of the day, there were still some termites. I decided to just transfer everything from my old base to my new base. Day 14. After that termite infestation, I decided to put some turrets up. I was not about to get clapped again. Throughout the rest of day 14, I spent most of my time looking for items in my chest. Day 15, I noticed that a bunch of stuff started spawning in the water, so I had to get rid of the water. In order to get rid of the water, I needed a sponge pit. I was missing lily pads, so I decided to go venture out. And after looking for a while, I finally found a swamp biome with lily pads. And yet again, I spent a good while looking for materials in my chest. Day 16, I finally crafted a sponge pit and cleared all the water out. After clearing all the water out, I decided to make a moat. I went back to the castle to unload all the dirt that I had. And oh god, what the heck is that? It started charging me. I didn't know what it was, but it looked damn creepy. My block pit defended me. Good boy. Day 17, still working on the moat. Day 18, I found a faster way of getting food and wood. The only downside is that it uses a lot of your durability. But you get golden apples. Day 19, I went back to the swamp in order to get lily pads to feed my sponge pet. I finally completed finishing the moat and decided to make it a mob trap. I finally finished the mob trap, but there were certain complications. There was lava everywhere. For some reason, lava kept spawning out of the sky. It suddenly started to get hot and I started to get heat stroke. I had to force feed my guy water in order to survive. I still had no idea why lava kept falling out of the sky, but let me tell you, future me knows, and we're in for a surprise. For some reason, the world started to get hotter and hotter to the point where I started sweating fire. My mans had to swallow 60 gallons of water in order to survive. I then tried to go outside of my gates and yep, there's lava. I decided to hop on my hoverboard and see what was out there, and oh my god, what the heck is that? That's huge. I had to kill that thing before it took out my moat. I ended up overgearing myself and started to take on this lava monster. It wasn't really hard to take it out. All I had to do is dodge its lava attacks. I then went outside to see if the lava monster dropped anything good. As I started reaching the place where the monster died, I started getting attacked by multiple things. I finally cut up to the place where it died. It looks like the monster did not drop anything at all. Either that or the lava destroyed it all. Day 20. Sadly, my moat was destroyed. Everything was turned into stone. I spent most of the day trying to fix everything again. After a while of working on my mob trap, I needed cactuses, so I decided to go venture out and look for a desert. Suddenly, my game crashed out of nowhere. Day 21, and yet again another 20 minutes of looking for stuff in my chest. After it got dark, I decided to go adventuring and look for a desert. I finally came across a desert that had a castle and a stronghold. I seriously forgot why I needed to come to the desert in the first place, so I decided to attack the stronghold. Oh boy, here I go killing again. After an epic war of fighting all of the Steves, I finally cleared the second level. I thought this was going to be a piece of cake, but then Steve started attacking me with the iron sword. Out of nowhere, his friend came and they started both attacking me. Day 22. Without any method of transportation, there was no way I can get back to where I was at. Out of nowhere, I started getting attacked by a bunch of mobs and suddenly got killed. Day 23. I needed diamonds in order to make another hoverboard, but I was too lazy to make a hoverboard, so I decided to make some lucky blocks. One of the lucky blocks that I broke gave me 2 lucky blocks. One was lucky and one was not. I decided to break one, and guess what? I was unlucky. To be honest, I feel like I panicked for nothing because the zombie was easy to kill. I decided to break the second lucky block and see what I got. I started breaking the lucky block and suddenly a family of villagers appeared. I decided to check their inventories and see what I could trade with them. But to be honest, they kinda actually had some good stuff on them. Yet another 20 minutes of looking for stuff in my chest. Day 24. The family of villagers were slaughtered by a zombie with an AK-47. I'm sorry to say, but I don't have the footage. It suddenly got deleted. I needed diamonds, so I decided to go mining. I spotted some gold ore and thought it would be useful to make some lucky blocks. As I was mining it, something came out of it and started attacking me. This thing did mad damage. I was starting to panic because I was not hurting it for nothing. This thing seriously almost killed me. I was lucky that my portal was there. And guess what? Another 20 minutes of looking for stuff in my chest. After I somewhat healed up, I went back to the mine and decided to go kill the monster. It wasn't there anymore, so I decided to go mining for the rest of the day. The mine started to get hot and I started to lose a lot of oxygen. I needed to get the heck out of here or I was gonna die. Yeah buddy, I found me some diamonds. Day 25. I needed some sugarcanes, but I was too lazy to go look for them or even plant them myself, so I decided to make an insta farm. That's seriously the most satisfying thing to see. I started to place cobblestone walls all over my farm. I was not gonna let the mobs grief it. Ain't nobody touching my lucky charms. Day 26. I started to work on fixing the moat again. Day 27. I started to mine again, but realized that there was no oxygen down there, so I needed another method of getting oxygen. I found out that flowers can give me oxygen while I mine. And yet another 20 minutes of chest searching. Day 28. I finally made a new hoverboard. I still needed cactuses for crafting materials, so I decided to go to the desert again. I then went into the castle to see if I could finish raiding it. This time I was gonna play it smart and leave a portal behind. I then started to buff up for the most epic war of my life. I had the most anticlimactic battle of my life, but for some reason my stuff was still here. After 7 days, it was still here. The desert castle was finally cleared, and I decided to make this my new outpost. I started to collect cactuses and spotted an enemy. I then pulled my gun and started busting a cap. And oh buddy, let me tell you, that was a big mistake. I wasted 3 clips on this guy, pumped him with 60 bullets. He did not go down. I tried to close my gate and then something started coming after me. There was 2 things. I ended up killing one of them, but for some reason I couldn't kill the other one. He started hurting me, but not really for a lot of hearts. I was running away because I could not kill him. I didn't know why I couldn't kill it, but hahaha, I searched it up later on and found out that you have to be a certain level to kill these mobs. Another 20 minutes of searching my chest. I went back to the new outpost to add it to my teleporting book. As I was exploring the castle, something spawned in my screen. I didn't know what it was, so I decided to ignore it. I was planning on going back home, but curiosity got the best of me. I decided to look around and see what it was. I spotted these bug creatures and they looked like they were harmless. They were small and fragile, so they were easy to kill. As I started to kill them, they started spawning in waves. The more of these you kill, the more of them they spawn. It kind of reminded me of the termites. I tried to get back in the castle, but the castle was surrounded. There was no way of getting inside. These things were everywhere. I tried to juke everything around me, but there was multiple things chasing me. Some of these creatures were faster than I was. I tried to get away, but they kept attacking me. I almost ended up dying, so at the end of the day, I decided to teleport back home. Day 29, I came back to the desert, and oh my god, these little creatures are still here. I had to get back inside the castle, but these things kept chasing me. There was no way of getting away from them. After many years of fighting for my life, I finally got out. Guess what day it is? Wasting my life in searching for items in a chest day. After many years of searching, I finally found the stuff that I needed in order to make books. Day 30. Mining is boring, but then I realized this is modded Minecraft. Some of these mods are truly helpful. They help you find resources really quick. At the end of the day, I went back home and saw a bunch of these little orbs in my chest. I wanted to know what they do. I activated one of the orbs and it teleported me somewhere random. The first thing I saw was an enchantment table and a whole bunch of books. I opened it up and it started asking me a bunch of questions. It asked me to choose my destiny, so I chose family. Then it gave me a warning sign, but I decided to ignore it. I then got teleported to a random house, but then I realized it was near my castle. I ended up with 2 kids and 1 wife. How did this happen? Tori, who's this random man in our house? I think my new wife have been cheating on me. There was a random guy in our house. I don't know where he came from. I then divorced my wife and let her have the kids. I decided to use the rest of the orbs to make myself a village for my castle. I was now a true king among kings. Day 31. I then found out that slave work could be considered as chores for your kids, so I decided to take them back. My ex-wife found out that I was trying to take the kids and she pulled the sword on me. I tried to take my kids to the slave mine, to go play in the playground, but Orin wouldn't let me out. Day 32 was a sad day. Both of my kids died. It might have had something to do with the working conditions that they were under. At least I found out that somehow one of them was actually my kid. The other one was Orin's, which explains a lot. It's time for that show. Can you find that item? I went back home and one thing led to another with Tori. Long story short, I am now a new father again. I decided to name her 007. I finally crafted an enchantment table and had enough books to get everything to level 30. Later on that night, I went to Tori's house to drop off 007 for her half of the custody. When out of nowhere, a skeleton cow started attacking me. This thing was fast. It was eating my bullets. I was shooting it over and over, but it wouldn't die until it finally went down. Day 33. I started to enchant all my items, but for some reason I kept getting mediocre enchantments. I then realized that it was 007's 3rd birthday. She was old enough to walk. If you're old enough to walk, 007, you're old enough to work. Day 34. The village was under attack by various mobs. The guards couldn't do anything to defend the village, so I decided to help. It was really bad outside. There were so many mobs everywhere. It got to the point where I almost died, so I had to teleport the heck out of there. Every man for themselves. Day 35. I built some stairs from the village to my castle. On the 36th day, I finished my mob trap, but there were certain complications. Mobs would fall down and be at 1 health, but they wouldn't die. I had to figure a way to fix that. 007 was finally 7 years old. I gave her a pickaxe and a sword and sent her to the mine. As I left her to work, a dog came out of nowhere and started attacking me. I turned around and there was 3 dogs. They killed 007. 007 was dead. No, 007. Filled with rage, I wanted to get revenge. I started letting out the heat. I was about to put all 3 of these dogs down. They were about to be my new leather jacket. 2 minutes later, I went back to Tori's house. We talked for a while and we decided we were gonna have another baby. It was a boy. I decided to name him Bobby. Okay, Tezik, no more letting your kids die. If you made it to the end of the video, you guys are the MVPs. If you guys wish to see a part 2, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.